I'm such a big fan of Spotify and everything that Spotify does, and I'm so honored to be a part of their family. And I was really excited to share all of the ways that Spotify and I are growing my show on a public stage. That was very exciting to me, as well as, explaining how Spotify and I work together and what makes our partnership so magical. It was just a no-brainer that I would be here today. I think the most important thing for me is to not put myself in any type of box. I love to create different types of things. I don't like to stick to one sort of formula, and I want to be open-minded, try new things, sometimes fail at those new things, and just continue to develop the show in a way that feels organic to me and organic to Spotify. And I think the key is to let myself experiment and celebrate experimentation. I think naturally I look back at my old content and I cringe and I don't understand and I barely even know who that person is, because I think that's a universal experience for humans, right? I'm looking back at myself from years ago, and that's almost a stranger to me, because as you grow and evolve and change, you can at times become a completely different person. And that's a good thing, by the way. I think that's a positive thing most of the time. But I definitely look back and I cringe and I completely think differently, but I also still appreciate the person I was. So it's not, I don't hate that person, I just don't really know that person. Spotify has been personally my destination for all audio, everything, since I was 14 years old. I've just been a Spotify kid since day one. And I think being an organic user of Spotify made Spotify being the home of my show so obvious to me. I kind of just feel like it was obvious. It was like, yeah, like that's where I want the home of my show to be. But also Spotify was so excited about providing me with resources that I wouldn't have had access to otherwise, while still giving me creative freedom completely and allowing my show to remain the way that it is if I wanted it to be that way. And they've just been such great collaborators, and they let me do my thing, and that's a true gift. I think recently on Anything Goes, I have been really excited to talk about, I don't know, maybe more complicated topics. I'm growing up, I'm becoming an adult. Yeah, I'm starting to look at the world in a very different way. I feel like I'm discovering so much nuance in day-to-day life, and I'm excited to dig into just deeper topics, whether it's morality or philosophical stuff, or, just sharing my opinion or my hypothesis on things that are maybe more serious. Those are things I'm really excited to talk about, because I think what I use Anything Goes as is a place to discuss what's on my mind at a given moment. And as of right now, I'm kind of looking at the world as a real adult for the first time. And so I think a lot of the topics that I'm going to be touching on for at least the next few months on Anything Goes are those types of topics. I really appreciate the people in my life because they truly do allow me to speak my mind and like throw stuff at the wall, and they don't just agree with me on everything. They don't just say, yeah, Emma, that's great. They participate in mind-expanding conversations with me that allow me to develop ideas and work through problems and all of this, and they've really helped me grow. The people in my close circle are all so smart and wise in their own different ways, and they provide so many different perspectives for me, and they, will disagree with me and share their perspective, and it's a beautiful thing to have those types of conversations and to learn more about myself through that, and to even discover something new about myself that I didn't know before. They're just so supportive of any type of conversation that I need to have to come up with an idea for the show. They're excited to talk about it with me, and I'm very, very grateful for that. When I'm in bed or I'm, on a sofa, I'm not thinking much. Unless I'm recording, then I am thinking. But usually I get my ideas when I'm doing pretty much anything else. When I'm driving around, when I'm at the grocery store, when I'm like running a random errand, that's when it happens. When I'm in autopilot, doing things, active things, that's when the ideas come to me. And I'm always voice noting my phone, like, okay, I'm voice noting, like, okay, Emma, like, this, and that, remember, okay, and I'm constantly writing random notes. And then there's a period of time where every week or so, I sit down and I kind of look through my notes, and then I start building out concepts for episodes. But a lot of the brainstorming happens when I'm sitting in traffic and stuff like that. It's very whatever is current in my life at the moment, but it's all over the place. To be honest, my notes are a mess, and I haven't organized them yet. So as you could see by the way I was trying to explain it, we're not there yet. We have a lot of developing to do, but it takes time. It takes time to build out a full concept for an episode, but it's worth every second. I love it. I think, a lot of Anything Goes is gonna remain the same in the sense that it's just me hanging out, talking, but we just implemented video to the episodes. I never did that prior to partnering with Spotify, and it's been incredible. I think there's now an ability to sort of see me talking and maybe feel more connected to me in a lot of ways, and that will be continuing. On top of that, I'm gonna be bringing guests onto the show, which is, again, new for me. Probably later this year a little bit, we're gonna start bringing guests on so I can have conversations with other people. And I think both of those things are really gonna take Anything Goes to a whole new level while still, maintaining the Anything Goes feel that it has. I'm so excited. I mean, no complaints from me. Like, the coolest people are here and the sweetest people are here, and as a Jonas Brothers fan since I was 5, I am excited to be in the room with them at any given moment. And Chloe Bailey's awesome too. Everybody's awesome. No, this is fun. And Spotify is truly such a great family.